All right, Daniel Del Real again with numbers as of the end of April for Stanislaus County. So this is housing numbers. So let's jump into the graphs. I'm going to try to make this one quick. Interesting stuff going on here. If you're reading the email, interest rates are up to 5.4%, but yet prices have increased by 10%. I want to start with that. Let's just start there, right? Here's our price point. We've increased 3 months, month over month. How is this possible? The rate going up. I think the rush of springtime is there. Very similar to last year. I think we're going to give some of that back. 10.2% increase since the beginning of the year is a big increase, right? Even with rates going up from 3% at the beginning of the year to 5.4, 5.6 at the high, buyers are still buying, but it's slowing it down. It's not, there's still an issue with the housing inventory, number one. Number two, the demand is still really, really high, but affordability is getting lower and lower. So people that can't buy are forced into paying these higher rents. So they're sometimes combining households or trying to figure out how they can buy. You're starting to see some of this. But like as we talked about in the last few updates, last year we saw us peak at 440 in May, and then we gave it back, right? And then we bumped up again. We ended up even. I think we're going to do the same thing here, and there's some signs that show that that's going to happen. But 485,000 is our median price today, 10.2% increase since the beginning of the year. That's big. Okay, so let's look at the inventory. Let's look at what that looks like. So we do have 19.2% more inventory than we did last year. We have 6.5% less solds, 5.8% less pendings. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Okay, as inventory continue to go up and pending's going to continue to go down again. The demand is still very high, but if you keep messing with the affordability, buyers cannot afford to buy unless they merge households or figure out how to get more money down to be able to afford. But the affordability is coming down with the increase in terms. So we do have 438 houses pending compared to last year. 311 homes on the market compared to last year at 261. So again, less pending sales, more homes on the market. When it comes down to solds, we're at 420 compared to last year. We're at 449, a little less activity. Now, when it comes down to the supply, we have resistance here at 0.9, not even 1 month of inventory. Remember, traditional is 4 to 5 months, right? That's a healthy market. We're going to see if we bust over this month of inventory. That's when we have to look. Okay, is there a transition happening? Remember, we still got to quadruple inventory in order for it to be a normal market or a shift. But we can give some of that back. You're going to see reduction in prices. You're going to see initially reduction in list prices. Sellers' expectations are going to be pulled back. And then you're going to see a slight increase, a change in prices. We're at 10.2% appreciation since the beginning of the year. We might end up at 5, 6 by the end of the year. I don't know. We might give it all back. But we're going to keep a really close eye on the inventory. Again, demand is still very high, but affordability is dropping. That's what that looks like for us now. Now, when it comes down to days on the market, okay, so days on the market is dropping. Again, another indicator that you're like, okay, how is this happening? Well, that's just the spring and summer rush. You're going to naturally see that. You see it every year. You see that here. You're seeing it here from 24 all the way down to 13. You're seeing it here from 25 to 14. You are seeing homes sell for 2% over asking. Okay, that's why you're seeing prices increase. Different markets at different price points. We ran the search over 650, the jumbo price point. That's a different market. They're not quite getting 2% over. This is mostly for things that are in that median price, under 600,000, different ballgame. Things over $1 million, homes over $1 million, you're talking about 30 plus days for sale. You're talking about 99 to 96% sales price to list price. So that's what I have for you today. Hopefully it was insightful. We are going to keep a close eye on inventory. There's a fundamental housing issue. Fundamental housing issue right now. Rents are going up. Supply is really, really low. Demand is really, really high. But the government's really messing with the affordability, which is good. It slows it down, but it still does not give any relief to some of the renters there. If you're a seller, you have any questions, want a free valuation, hit the link up on top. You could get a free valuation of your property. If you're a buyer and you're watching this, reach out to someone on the team. We created a really good presentation that shows rental history and forecasting rental future. Same thing, it talks about supply, demand, macro and micro levels. Very, very, very helpful. It's about about a 25-minute video and presentation. Very good. If you want to copy that, email me, respond to this email, or reach out to somebody in the team, we'll get it to you. Again, thank you, Daniel Del Rio. We will see you next month.